Bitcoin. What are you doing? Consolidating for a month now, bouncing off of Fibonacci retracement support to Fibonacci retracement resistance, testing our patience. I have footage of this technical pattern, this technical setup, actually leading into the apex of the symmetrical triangle, what it looks like from a technical perspective. Let's just jump into the video. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that subscribe on the way in. Let's jump into the video. You know you love that editing. You know you love it. So we've been talking about this setup. We've been tracking every single move before it was even a symmetrical triangle, talking about the Fibonacci retracements, doing this. You can see them on the screen. I actually tweeted earlier, Bitcoin has been hitting our Fibonacci retracement targets perfectly. It's been incredible to watch how well this tool works as Bitcoin consolidates and squeezes into the symmetrical triangle apex. Is a visit to test a sixth fib around 10,500 in play, or will Bitcoin finally break up? Bitcoin, is trading right around 10,700 or so when I did that. So let's talk about what Bitcoin's been doing. You see this setup over and over. This is, if you're interested in technical analysis, if you're truly interested in watching for a breakout of Bitcoin, the next move of Bitcoin, confirmation for what Bitcoin's going to do, if you're truly interested in that, this video breaks down, and really not even this video, the last however many videos we've been doing throughout the month, breaking this down, show you how consistent Bitcoin is, how consistent technicals are. And it all starts with this consolidation back here, beginning of September, to our big swing low. Everybody remembers that drop, to our first Fibonacci retracement, the number one right here. This was resistance. We were looking for a break above it. We didn't get it. And we dropped from there, from that swing high, into a new swing low. And you can see that plotted another resistance area. That's Fib 3. So how do we get Fib 2 is the question. And that is very simple to answer. Take our Fibonacci retracement from that swing low here to the swing high, and we have a Fibonacci support area, and that's down here. And the same thing happened throughout, and you can see it. Here's a support area, Fib 4, and essentially it's the same thing. It's a swing low to the swing high, back down, and it's all to the 618 to the 786 support area and the 618 to 786 resistance area. It's over and over again, and Bitcoin being squeezed right here into the apex. Now, I've done a couple videos in the recent, few weeks or so talking about, I think Bitcoin is going to be revisiting, or not revisiting, but testing a Fibonacci retracement on kind of the medium scale, which is the swing high that we had in the middle of August to that big drop, that swing low, and that is up here. This is a very big key area for Bitcoin. It's a resistance area. We do have a lot of things happening in the short term in terms of the symmetrical triangle, but you always want to remember what's going on in the midterm, what's going on in the macro charts. If you look at the macro charts, Bitcoin is, and I talk about this over and over again, it's potentially putting in a lower high. And the move that we're looking for, and this was in my prediction video, I think it was like September 10th or something is when I did it. It's a longer term Fibonacci retracement, or a midterm Fibonacci retracement. You can see in the swing high last summer, Bitcoin from that swing high to a swing low, it kind of confirmed downward momentum when it didn't break this Fibonacci retracement, right? You can see it wicked into that area, the 786, 618, briefly on this weekly chart, and then we came down. And really what we're looking for, and you can see the similarities right now in terms of Bitcoin setting up, we're looking to see what happens from this swing high to that swing low, and this is a weekly once again. What does Bitcoin do up here, the 11,900, 11,400? I know I've been talking about this a lot, everyone, but it's simply what I'm watching for on a daily basis. Is Bitcoin even going to make a move up there? We've been slowly getting there. I think from when I did the prediction video back in September, I'm pretty sure it was back here September 10th. I'm pretty sure. And we're just kind of been consolidating ever since then, and it takes patience for these things to play out. But yes, on the short term, if we're looking at the micro charts, obviously Bitcoin has been playing ping pong, and it's been doing it with this Fibonacci tool, right? And it's been very helpful. And even right now, we're testing a Fibonacci retracement area. We're not even in the middle of one. We're currently testing one. And if you want to really get a sense of what Bitcoin's going to do next, look for resistance up to around 10,830. That is up here down to 10,732. So $100 range. And you see how these ranges, they just get smaller and smaller. Currently, that is a not even 1% range. If we go to a larger swing back into the Fibonacci 1 back here, you can see it's just a wider range. It's like 2.5%, 3%. And it's slowly getting smaller. Now, if Bitcoin sees resistance here, and we're on the micro, this is the 6 hour, this could happen, we could get a move very quickly to the upside or downside because the range is so small and we're getting very tightened into this apex of the symmetrical triangle. But we have this other Fibonacci retracement now in play, the swing low back here to this new swing high down here. Now that Bitcoin's come up a little bit from when I kind of charted this, we can adjust this a little bit, but our area is, again, very tight area. We're talking 10,450 to right around 10,530, not even $100 range of supports. And that is confluent, obviously, with this lower trend line of the symmetrical triangle. This purple you see here, October 2nd or 7th, is 74% of the way to the apex of the symmetrical triangle. You know, in technical analysis, at least going off of things that I study, namely Bulkowski and his data, 74% is kind of the average in terms of getting a break 60% of the time to the upside. Will that happen in this case? We track, we watch, we look for confirmation. Currently, our first confirmation would be at least a break through 10,830. That's this upper line of this Fibonacci retracement. And obviously, we have this trend line sitting up here, leading up to right around 10,900. So there's some resistance there. And then if you start zooming out on the charts, we kind of get a sense of maybe Bitcoin can make its way to that 11,900 to 11,400 longer term Fibonacci retracement. So time will tell there if it actually happens. I wanted to give another update because Bitcoin really is being squeezed into this environment. One thing I saw was interesting on TradingView here, and let me actually I have to move my picture. TradingView has it as a strong buy. I never pay attention to TradingView technical indicator. It's a joke. I feel like it's always wrong. I just never see it at strong buy, and nothing crazy actually has really happened on these Bitcoin charts other than I think we are getting into a critical area. So very interesting to see. Also interesting to see, as we've talked about on this channel, how does all of this play into traditional markets? S&P 500 was up today. Ironically, the fear index was actually also up around 1%. So we look for that to come back down. I think Bitcoin can bullishly be affected by something like that happening. But again, we track it, we watch. This is a game of patience. So we will continue to be patient as we approach the 74% to the apex. There's no guarantee anything happens at that time. It could be sooner, it could be a little later, but we are getting at a very critical area. We'll continue tracking it. I appreciate you following along, everyone. I appreciate you. I hope you have an awesome rest of your night. I'll see you in the next video. If you're here and not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. God bless.